everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a cash condensing, which means I will be swapping out the smaller denomination bills in all of my cash envelopes and trading them for bigger ones. I do this so that my envelopes do not get too stuffed and end up breaking. I need to deposit the money for my rent payment back into my checking account so that can be paid for. So this is my month ahead binder where I have my rent money. This is my next rent payment that is due on September 1st, so I'm going to take this to the bank. But before I do that, I do have some hundreds, 50s, and 20s that I want to use to condense my envelopes. I'm going to count this to make sure it is $1,220. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 1,100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 220. So 1,220. This is all going to the bank. And I will be just depositing this into my checking account. There are some envelopes that I will be taking money out of and switching that money for some placeholders. So I will keep track of that on something separate, but this is just the rent money. Now that I have taken out my September 1st rent payment from my month ahead binder, I do need to move my October 1st rent payment into this binder here. This is my bills binder, and I will not be condensing any of my bills because that money is just going back to the bank within the next month, and so there's really no point in condensing it. This rent payment here is for October 1st, so this is fully funded, and I would normally put this in my month ahead binder, but I did have September's payment, and it was just too much money to put in all together. So now I will be moving this. I do want to label this October 1st. So I'm just going to stick that in here, and I will not be condensing my month ahead envelopes either because, again, these are just bills and they are just going to the bank. So I'm going to put my month ahead binder away. In my bills binder, I do have some envelopes that are not really stuffed all the time, like Canva Pro. This is fully funded, but I believe it is already condensed. So it has $130 in there. And that is it. So that's all for my bills binder. The next binder I have is my variable expenses, and I'm not sure if I want to condense too much in here because I do use this binder quite often, and I do like having some low denominations in here. Gas is really full, but I do like having all of these bills because my gas is normally like $34, so I'm just going to leave that as it is. Grocery buffer has 20, 40, 60, 70. I am actually going to keep this as it is. I could swap this out for a 50 and a 20, but I want the 20s in here. Household, I'm going to keep like this, I think, because household items that I buy are not that expensive, so I do like having those 20s. Same with pet care. So a lot of these envelopes here in the front are going to not be condensed, but hair care, I could condense this because this is for our shampoo and conditioner, and it is quite expensive because I do like the Redken brand, and I like to get the really big bottles so that they last us longer. And here we have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. I'm going to swap this out for two 20s. Hair care still has 40. Toiletries. I am going to keep all of these smaller bills in here. In health, we have 20, 40, 50, 55, 6, 7, 8. So can't really do anything there. I don't want a $50 bill in here, so I'm going to leave that as it is. Fur babies, I haven't stuffed this envelope in a while, but we can condense this here. So I'm going to grab a 10. So fur baby still has $65. home has $100 already in the bank, and this is for furniture. I'm saving up to buy a dresser for our bedroom, and so I can definitely condense this right here. But Logan did mention to me that he wanted some new pots and pans because we've had the same ones since we moved in together in 2020, and we kind of need some new ones. So I'm going to see what I can do here. 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 185, 190. I think I'm going to keep $90 in cash and bring $100 to the bank. So we have 50, 70, 90. This should be 100. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. So I'll put this over here and grab a $100 placeholder. And now I do need to write down, now that I am mixing up my rent money with other money, on this sticky note, I'm just going to write what is going into my checking account, which is $1,220 for rent. And then for our home envelope, that is going into our joint savings. And I'm adding $100 from our home envelope. I will be updating my tracker. So this savings account tracker is available as a digital download on my Etsy shop. It allows you to keep track of money you have in the bank as well as in the envelope. So in the envelope I had $190, so I will write today's date and subtract 100. So now I only have $90 in cash. And for in the bank section, I'm adding 100. Now I have $200 in the bank. So total of $290 still in home. Next up is date night. Date night has $10, $15, $20, $25. Let's see if I can grab a better 5. Date night still has, actually, I don't like this one, 25. Gifts has 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm running out of 20s. That's okay. Maybe I'll be able to get some 20s somewhere else. So $40 in gifts. Fun has 10, 15, 20, 25. I need some 20s. I'm going to, hold on, let's see how much sick day has. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I don't want to put a $50 bill in here, but I'm definitely taking this 5 out and bringing that to the bank. So I'm going to grab a better one. I'm going to keep this as it is. Car care has 20, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to keep that like that. Those are for car washes. So fun is the only envelope I need to go back to for some 20s. Next up is my sinking funds binder, and I know I'll definitely get some 20s out of here because I do have a lot of money that I want to take back to the bank from this binder. The first one is car maintenance. This is all in cash, so I can take this all to the bank and swap these out for some placeholders. So we have 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 540, 550, 560, 570, 580, 590, 600, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 605 in car maintenance. Let's keep this 5. This is 600, so I'm going to grab a $500 placeholder and a $100 placeholder. So we are taking $600 back to the bank. So before I put that back, I'm going to write joint savings. We are adding $600 car maintenance. And then I'm going to switch my tracker really quickly. Okay, so 605 in car maintenance. Now I have some 20s. right, moving on to car registration. I need 151 for both of us. So I'm going to try to keep those denominations. So we have 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85. 185. So that's more than 151. So I want to swap out a 5 for 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have like the ones for the 151. And then let's see. Need to keep this 51. And then 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So this is going to our joint savings. I'm gonna grab a $100 placeholder. Let's see. Okay, and then this is the extra money that I can condense. 10, 20, 25, 30, 31, 2, 3, 34. All right, so even though I have 5 ones here, I need a $1 bill for the 151. So later when, you know, this is fully funded, it'll just be 2 $1 bills. Anyway, car registration still has 100, 150, 170, 180, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 185. So I need to switch out this cash tracker. So this is car registration going to our joint savings account. For today, I am subtracting $100, so I have 85 in cash, and adding 100 to the bank. So now I have $100 in the bank. Savings has 200 in the bank, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Actually, let's grab a really nice 50. Savings still has $250. Emergency has 100, 200 in the bank. 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 180, 185, 190, 195. I wish I had an extra $5. But, okay. So 50, 70, 90... 100. $20, $40, $60, $80, $85, $90, $95. $20, $40, $45, $50. All right, so I'm adding $100. Emergency is going into our joint savings. And then I need to update this tracker. I should still have 395. 1, 2, 350, 70, 95. Let's see if there's a better one. All right, so that is good for emergency. Month ahead has nothing. Pet emergency. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 110. We are adding this to our joint savings. Petty emergency still has 110. Medical has 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Future Home has $400 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I have 130 right here. So I need a $100 placeholder. And $100 from Future Home is going into our joint savings. Now I have $500 as placeholders and $30 in cash. So I'm going to switch these out for a $500 placeholder. So $530 still in Future Home. Seasonal expenses has 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm just gonna swap out 2 5s for a 10. And keep it like that. Next up is new car. We already have a $100 placeholder, so now we have 100 here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. 20, 40, 60, 70. Oh, I need 2 20s, so. All right, so we still have 290, but I added a $100 placeholder. All right, so we still have $290 for new car. And then wedding has 50, 70, 90, 100, and 10. So I need to grab a new cash tracker. All right, so wedding still has $110, and that is it for sinking funds. Going back into my variable expenses to condense my fun envelope, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, and that is it for that. Next up, I'm gonna go into this binder. This is my business binder and has a few other different envelopes in here. I have not stuffed any of my business envelopes though, so I do not think any of these here need condensed. I'm gonna condense office supplies because I use this for my printer ink. So I have 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. So let's grab a better 5 and a 20. Office supplies still has $48. Equipment has 20. Taxes is back here because it is just so full I had to take it out. So let's go ahead and condense this. I do have some placeholders, which I'll worry about that later. In cash, I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81. 281. So I'm going to do these by hundreds just in case I counted that wrong. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200. Or I guess, I mean, it is another 100, but now I'm at 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 7, 8, 9, 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81. 50, 70, 80. All right, so I added $200. So this is going into my own savings. $200 from taxes. I'm going to update this tracker first. So I should have $85 in cash. And then for placeholders, I should have $2,700. So let's see if that is correct. 2,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700. So that's right. 50, 70, 81. Okay. I guess it should have been 85. So I'm missing $4. Okay, I guess I did that wrong. So since I'm missing $4, I need a 5. If this ends up being wrong, I know where I went wrong. It's my taxes envelope and it's just by $4, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so according to my tracker, it should be 2,785, 50, 70, 85. Okay, now I'm going to condense the placeholders. So I kind of want them to match. So I'm going to put this one to the side and grab this $2,000 placeholder here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. Oh, I guess they don't match because I ran out of my XO budget $500 placeholders, which is okay. I'm just going to do that then. All right, so that is way better. Such a smaller stack than what it was. P.O. Box has 60. Okay. Student teaching has $200 in the bank. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98. So close to 100. So I'm going to swap these for better bills. Actually, I could do a 50 as well. So I need 98. 80, 95. Okay, 98. 50. 70, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98. So I'm putting all of this back. All right, so student teaching still has 250, 70, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98. Yes. Fees, let's see what this one has. $200 already in the bank. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. So this should be 50. Okay. Actually, this one. All right, fees still has 250, 75, nothing in buffer, and then I just have my receipts here. So that is it for this binder. Next, I'm going to go into my travel binder. All right, so we can take some of this money for Japan to the bank. In here, we have 50, 1, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 320, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 350. So I'm going to grab 3 $100 placeholders. Let's see. Oh, actually, I have this $300 placeholder from a different envelope. I'll just use that. This is going to go into our joint savings. And I do still have an envelope, or a cash tracker, sorry, for this. It is marked fully funded, but I'm just gonna ignore that. I don't want to waste this when there's still room to write on it. So joints. So today I am subtracting 300. I have 50 in cash. And then $300 in the bank. Pre-trip shopping only has 20, and then the rest of these envelopes are empty. Yes, so that is it. Actually, oh, road trips has 55. Those are some decent bills, so I'm just gonna keep that. Okay, that is it for this binder. And then I'm gonna go into our holiday savings. New Year's has nothing. Anniversary, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So 50, 75 still in anniversary. Valentine's Day, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Mother's Day, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So let's see. Father's Day has 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Thanksgiving has 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So I'll keep this 20. So I need 60. All right, so Thanksgiving still has 50, 70, 80. Black Friday has 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. This is 30. $50, 70, 85, still in Black Friday. And then Christmas has 200 already in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I'm gonna see if I can find some more of these Christmas placeholders. Okay, I found them right here. So I have too much going on. What is this? Okay, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so it's only $100 going to the bank. So before I condense this, I'm gonna update that really quickly before I forget. So this is joint savings. I should have $375. And that's why I kept this 20 and this 5 out. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right, so Christmas still has 350, 75. All right, and that is it for holiday envelopes. Next up is my personal binder. Nothing in here or here. Nails has 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37. I'll swap these out for a 20. Skincare has 20, 31, 2, so I can't do anything there. Beauty has 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm gonna swap this $1 bill. I guess I could do a 20. Yeah, let's do that. So 23 in beauty. Next is planning, which just has 50. Shoes has 10, 15, 20. Haircuts, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. $70 still in haircuts. Prescriptions is fully funded, and I will have to unstuff this in September. So I need $75 for September, and then I have some extra 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 85. I'm just gonna leave that because then I'll just have $10 in there. My envelope for Logan has 10. Gifts has 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. I think I'm gonna just grab another 20. These are not the best, but it'll work. Dental has 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 115. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, so this is 100. This is my own personal dental envelope. So this will be going into my savings. I feel like I kind of want to change up the stickers that I have on these placeholders. All right, $100. I need to get a new cash tracker. All right, $115 for dental. Electronics has $50, $55, $60, $1, $2, $3. Okay, my school envelope. If you haven't watched my latest cash stuffing video, I recently cash stuffed this $5,393. This is a refund that I received that I will be using to live off of when I'm student teaching. And then this money here is for school, and it is just like for school supplies and textbooks and things like that. So this is condensed. I can't do anything there, and so is this. Well, no, it's not. I could condense this, so let me do that. Because I was taking money back to the bank, and then I received this refund, and I had the 93 in cash, but as you can see, I have some 20s. So the placeholders are obviously going to stay 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to keep this 23. Oh, I need another 20. Okay, 20, 40, 50. Okay, so there we go. So that's going to stay back here until I have another envelope for that. Uh-oh. What is going on? Next up is my birthday envelope. In here I have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85. I think I'm going to leave this as it is. Graduation photos has 100 in the bank. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85. This should be 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. Okay, so that is as condensed as that can get. Teacher wardrobe has 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. And then classroom supplies has 100 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 80. I'm going to keep these 20s as is. Sometimes I like to use that for little things, so I'm going to keep that. Okay, that is it for my personal binder. The last binder I have is my savings challenge binder, but I'm not sure really what I need to do in here because I only really have one savings challenge in here that I'm doing at the moment, because the other one I'm doing is this one. This is my Star Budget saving challenge for coffee money, which is kind of why I don't want to condense this, because it will be used for coffee. Maybe I will, actually no, I'm going to leave it as it is. I only need $20 more in here to complete this challenge, which is really exciting. Then maybe I'll condense it, and then I'm going to start it over again, and then maybe I'll leave those bills like not condensed. So nothing to do there. And then I'm just gonna look at this. I think this has 16, so I can't really condense this. 10, 15, 16, yeah. So I'm pretty much done. This only has 10, yeah. Okay, I am done with the condensing portion of this video, but now I need to count this, and I'm gonna separate it into 3 different piles, checking, savings, and joint savings, so I know where everything is going. Let's count the money first, though. This is a lot of bills, but it was a much needed condensing. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to calculate the totals on here first. So I have $12.20 for rent. My savings is going to get $300 total, and then joint savings is going to get $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000, $1,100, $200, $300, $600, $700. So $1,700 going into our joint savings, which is awesome. So total is rent plus $1,700 plus $300. So I should have a total of $3,220 right here. I'm going to count this by denomination. So let me write that number down quickly so I can use the calculator. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, 1,000. 100, 200, 300. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40. So 540. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I'm doing this by 100 so I don't mess up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. And then for ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh gosh, they're sticking. 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm missing that $4. So I guess my cash tracker for my taxes envelope was wrong. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'm so happy that I only messed up on $4 instead of like $200. So that's not a problem because it's literally only $4. I'm gonna take, I think that it needs to be back in my checking. So I'm gonna just put $1 in here. So taxes and cash has 50, 70, 81. And I save up way more money for taxes anyway than I need to. Last year I had an extra $1,400 after paying my taxes. And so I used that money for other things. So $4 is not a big deal at all. So that's that. But anyway, that is the end of this cash condensing video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.